Good morning, everybody. Welcome to today's edition of Toggle's Daily Video Insights. Today, we're going to take a look at why Tempur Sealy, the mattress maker, could potentially rise as much as 30% in the coming months. And so we'll explore a little bit the reasons behind it. As you can see here, actually, Toggle has been highlighting some positive impacts and influences on the stock for quite some time, ranging from endless revisions to sentiment. The latest one, in fact, is sentiment driven. So let's take a look in more detail as to what that insight is all about. 30% over the next 6 months actually could be a lot shorter. You see the confidence interval breaks this quite a bit sooner. It would take the stock to 55.82. Assuming it stays within this confidence band, you could also see this happening in about 3 months rather than 6 months. So this could be quite a short-term run-up. Now, what is it that the system was looking at in order to determine that, in fact, this could be a 30% rise? Well, there have been 10 similar occasions when sentiment has similarly weakened. So let's go and take a look exactly what's going on. And actually, what the system is highlighting is that after a period of quite substantial uncertainty for the US economy, it's now declined. So uncertainty coming down is obviously good overall for the market, but seems to be particularly good for this stock. Perhaps it's because we're all sleeping better, getting more mattresses. Who knows what the reason is? But the reality is that if you look at these periods when sentiment had similarly changed so that the uncertainty had declined, the stock actually performed quite well. A better way to see this is click on the past performance here, and you can see that the vast majority of the outcomes were green dots, meaning positive returns over that 6-month horizon. And not only that, many of them were quite a bit higher than the 30%. Importantly, and this is what you as an investor always want to see, is the risk appears quite one-sided in the sense that the downside historically was relatively low. In other words, this period really coincided with times when the declines were shallow and the upside returns were really quite high. Again, of course, no guarantee that the future will look like the past, but certainly gives you some sense that this as a driver, a macro driver of the stock price, could be quite a positive influence on the stock itself. Hopefully this puts the stock on your radar screen. Take a look, see if it fits your fundamental view, see whether or not you like the technical picture if you're in the technical analysis camp. But most importantly, make sure to follow the price action, because if it were to come out of this confidence interval, and certainly if it would decline below 37, the red line here, this is the point of reassessment, because what this suggests is that actually the price pattern is not following previous analogs, and so potentially something else might be driving the stock price instead. And so that's a good place to reassess the stock price. So much for TPX today. In the daily brief, we also discussed the implications of the impending infrastructure bill that now looks set to potentially get past the bipartisan bill. And so we look at what the assets are that could perform the best in that environment. So take a look. It should already be in your mailboxes if you subscribe to it. And if you don't, go to toggle.global. And when you test drive Toggle Copilot, you will also start receiving this daily dose of fresh market relevant content. And our only aim is to spark some interesting trade ideas that you otherwise might not have thought of. Otherwise, if you like these videos, please like this one or subscribe to our YouTube channel. We do them every market trading day with the single-minded goal of breaking down the barriers between you and the wealth of fundamental data out there, really just helping you map these changes into how they might impact your portfolio holdings or the stocks that you're currently following. Thank you for your attention, and we'll see you again tomorrow.